Do you have a dream, an idea, or even a plan for the one thing you always wanted to do but never dared to do it? You spared no effort and perhaps no expense in doing meticulous research on how to approach this matter, and yet you're still not one step closer to your goal. Well, it's most likely because your courage leaves you, your self-doubts kick in, and you do nothing. But I have some good news for you. Your era of waiting and wishing and planning is over now. In this video, I share with you the 3 most common obstacles that prevent you from taking action. And more important, I'll tell you how you can easily overcome them by starting today. Just like I did. Let's do it. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Ready.SET.SHINE. If you're new here, my name is Marija Anukege. I'm an entrepreneur, VIP women's coach, marketing expert, wife, mom, and much more. But today, I am here to show you how you, as a busy woman as you are, can live your best everyday life and strive to be your best self. So ladies, let's not waste time and dive into today's topic. Let me start by telling you, I've been there where you are. I've been there for so long. I've been there for too long. I wasted so much time on just thinking about how I'm going to do that. And sometimes I've not even been thinking. I was just waiting for a wonder of God or universe so they can take action for me. And this brings me to the first obstacle, when your faith gets in the way. Listen, I am a faithful person. I believe in God, and I believe that everybody and everything has a purpose on this planet Earth and beyond. I meditate on a regular basis where I, at least, try to calm down and connect to my spirit and soul. I strongly believe in afterlife, which gives me hope, and because my parents passed away just a few years ago, I felt their presence often in my so-called 3D life. So I am all about faith, trust, and belief. And for all my believers out there, it doesn't matter if you call yourself a Christian, a Muslim, a Jew, if you believe in the universe or something else. Whatever you believe in, this source created at some point your body and your brain. And your job is to use both of them. You can still pray and connect to your source, but as important as praying is, so is taking action. So why do you pray and ask God to do things for you that you can easily do for yourself? Is God not made for greater things? So if you're truly a believer, you will have faith and believe that God fully equipped you. So instead asking God for $1,000 so you can start your own business, ask God for His guidance and for ideas and possibilities that will lead you to these $1,000. Don't just sit there and wait on God to miraculously shower you with $1,000 bills while you're sitting in your living room and watching TV. There is no shortcut. You really must get up and take action. And I know there are many lottery winners out there who won thousands or even millions of dollars, but even they had to take action and buy the ticket. So don't hide behind your faith and religion, and don't use God as an excuse for your leap of action. If you are fully capable of watching this video right now, and you are capable of understanding my spoken word, you are probably also capable of finding a way to gain those $1,000 for starting your own business. And this brings me to the next obstacle. Get rid of perfectionism. There is a difference between wanting to achieve your best performance and practicing perfectionism. If something gives you so much joy, the activity drives you on, fills you with more energy, and feels easy to you, then that's completely fine. But if an activity fills you with stress, makes you tense, constricted, and overwhelmed over time, then you are most likely dealing with perfectionism. People who are pathologically perfectionistic try to apply this perfectionism to everything they do, and this often ends in burnout and takes its roots early in childhood. And that's exactly what happened to me a few years ago, but more on that in another video. Another difference between I want to achieve my best performance and perfectionism is that best performance is something you do for yourself, whereas perfectionism often has to do with the outside world. You want to prove to others how great you are, how organized you are, whatever you are. So everything you do for the approval of others. And remember, perfectionism always has to do with fear. Fear of failure or even fear of embarrassment. But how can you change that? Perfectionism can be overcome with small and trivial changes in everyday life. For example, when you get ready to go back to work tomorrow, consciously put on 2 different colored socks, or if you want to take it a step higher, 2 different pairs of shoes. I know, for some of you this sounds crazy and totally pointless, but for perfectionists, this is a task that involves an enormous amount of effort. You are consciously doing something that is obviously wrong. However, the aim of this exercise is that at the end of the day, you realize that the world keeps turning anyway. No one cares about your 2 different socks. Everything is still the same as the day before. Nothing has changed for the worse, even though what you did wasn't perfect. So the most important thing is that you get used to the fact that only good is good enough. You don't have to have 100% of your business plan worked out. 80% is enough, and depending on what you want to do, even less is enough. It is and remains a process. And even if you have the 100%, it's different again when you are actually in business. Suddenly, problems arise or important insights that you will never have seen in the preparation phase. So basically your 100% plan is not 100% at all, ever. And let me tell you from my own experience, especially if you want to start your own business, you will never reach the perfect state or time. And now, let's go to the third and last obstacle, which is my favorite one. What will others say? I can say that I am currently in my I don't give a about others' opinion phase. And I love it. I've never felt so liberated, carefree, and brave as I do now. I wanted to have my own YouTube channel and create my own content for over 3 years now, but the only thing that has stopped me so far has always been the thought, what will the others say? What will my friends say? What will my family say? What will my current and former work colleagues think of me? So I didn't consider my inner desire. I didn't start the YouTube channel because I was considering the opinions of others. And the ridiculous thing about the whole thing is that they hadn't even expressed an opinion yet because they hadn't even seen any videos of me on YouTube. So it was all in my head. And not only does that make no sense, it was also a stupid decision in retrospect. Because if I had opened this channel back then and made my own videos, I might have had thousands of subscribers by now. Who knows? And now I'm going to be completely honest with you, and it's best if you write this down. Okay? You ready? You are not that important so that others think about you all the time. Sorry. People have their own lives, commitments, worries, jobs, children, and so on. There's not much time to think about you and your actions. And if they do, and they really want the best for you, then they will support you anyway. And if they don't, then that's fine too, because as I said, we all have busy lives. And if someone manages to find time despite all their commitments, job, bills, children, and other things, to talk badly about you to others, to constantly criticize you, then that's obviously a person who has a problem with themselves rather than with you. Often these are the people who will like to step out of their everyday lives themselves, but who have never dared to proactively pursue their dreams. So they are stuck, they are angry at the world and simply bitter. So in reality, their negative feedback has absolutely nothing to do with you. I know, it's easier said than done. It also took me time to really embody what I understood, but it's worth sticking with it, because I'm telling you, when you reach this state, only then will you truly understand the phrase, the sky is the limit. And I'm telling you, it's totally worth it. Doors will open in your life that you will never have thought of before. And now that you know how to overcome these 3 common obstacles, it's time to take some action. Your task after this video is include a spelling mistake in your next social media posts. You heard me. Do it intentionally and see what happens. Will your imperfectionism cause your friends and family to turn away from you, or will no one care? Let me and others know in the comments below. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, please share. We all know sharing is caring. Give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe, and most important, go out there and shine. See you next week.